Hi friends, do you know even history questions in the prelims examination can be tackled and solved using elimination technique? Yes, you heard it right. Today I am going to share with you the secret of UPSC prelims where we can solve history questions, difficult history questions, challenging questions, okay, questions which we are reading for the first time using elimination technique. Guys, you must be knowing that out of all the subjects in the prelims examination, history subject is the most challenging subject. Guys, the syllabus is very vast, particularly ancient India, medieval India. You have to read a lot. Even after completing the syllabus, guys, I can tell you many aspirants, they are not able to solve history questions. I even know history optional students who are not able to solve history questions in the prelims examination because the questions are very factual. Today, I am going to share with you how to think inside the exam hall and how to score more than others. Guys, the philosophy is that we have to score more than others. Prelims is a relative exam. You have to do better than 99% of the crowds. 99% of the crowd will be leaving history questions because history questions no one can solve. If you can solve history questions using elimination logic, you already in the top 1%, guys. Let us start. So guys, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to solve 2 or 3 history questions. I'm basically going to help you what should be your mindset while reading the history questions. How should you eliminate options? Okay, so let us read this question, guys. This question came in 2021 prelims examination. Okay, let us read the question. The Chinese travel Huan Tsang, who visited India, recorded the general conditions and culture of India at that time. In this context, which of the following statements is or are correct? Okay, so 99% of the aspirant, I'm telling you, just by reading this part, okay, they will not even read the options. Okay, they will get what? Fear. They'll get fear. Oh, I have not read this. I have not read this. I can't solve this. I'm telling you, 99% aspirant, okay, just by reading the first part, okay, what Huan Tsang has written about Indian culture, Indian cities that time, they will get fear. They will not even read the options. There is the difference between top 1% aspirants who clear prelims every year and 99% of the aspirants who struggle to crack prelims examination. Even after reading so many books, they struggle. Why? Because they think that if they have not read in detail, if they do not know the exact information, they cannot solve the questions. But top 1%, they know that even if they do not have the complete information, they can solve the question using elimination logic. So guys, it is very important for you to read each and every question, each every option, okay, and then only decide that you are able to solve this question or not able to solve this question. So let me just read all the options and then decide, can we solve this question? Okay, let us read the first statement. The roads and the river routes were completely immune from robbery. Statement 2. As regards punishment for offences, ordeals by fire, water and poison were instruments for determining the innocence or guilt of person. Statement 3. The tradesmen had to pay duties at ferries and barriers station. Okay, now if you see, obviously this is very factual and difficult to solve, but if you carefully look at statement 1, if you carefully look at the statement 1, you will see here it says that the roads and the river routes were completely immune. Were completely immune. Guys, completely immune, such kind of statement when you come across, okay, in UPSC prelims, completely, okay, drastically, okay, all, none. Guys, 99.99% chances are such statements are incorrect. Okay, statement 1 is incorrect. Okay, 99.99%. Completely. Whenever you come across this word, completely, drastically, these kinds of words are extreme words. These are what? Extreme words. You have to eliminate that. Once you eliminate statement 1, now we don't need to know statement 2, we don't need to know statement 3. Just eliminate statement 1. We get the answer 2 and 3. What do we learn from this? What do we learn from this? We learned that UPSC question setters, they are not there to test your knowledge. They don't want you to know all this. They don't want you to know all this. If they wanted you to know all this, they will frame questions such that this cannot be eliminated. But they have framed question that just you eliminate statement 1 and you get the answer. So tell me honestly, UPSC question setters, are they testing your history knowledge or they testing your logical ability? Tell me. Think of, okay, without even knowing this, logic we applied. Completely immune is an extreme word. Such extreme statements are generally incorrect. We eliminated 1 and we get the answer 2 and 3. So do you think they are testing your history knowledge? No. That's what I am telling, guys. History or any UPSC examination, okay, prelims examination, any question, it is not only test of your knowledge. Why, most of the aspirants, they struggle to crack the prelims examination even after studying for years. I know a lot of students studying for 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, still they fail in prelims examination because they think that they need to know to answer. They need to know completely to answer. Guys, complete knowledge you will never have. I'm telling you honestly. I have cracked prelims 6 out of 6 times. I have scored very high marks in the prelims. Still, I may not know many things, but I am very confident that if I write prelims examination, I will definitely score more than 120, 130 marks. Guys, I have scored 130 plus, 140 plus marks, which is very rare in the UPSC prelims examination. How I was able to solve? How I was able to get so much high marks? Because I understood the mindset, how the questions are getting framed. You have to understand this, guys. If you do not understand this, you will keep struggling. That is what I teach in my mentorship batch. And that is how I frame questions in my test series. So that if you solve those questions, you are able to solve such questions in the exam. The problem is most of the test series which is there in the market, they don't incorporate such techniques. So aspirants, they are not able to practice such questions. Once you start practicing questions which are based on such elimination technique, guys, you will gain confidence. So guys, you can connect with me. This is my number of my team. You can connect with me. This is my Telegram channel. Okay, you can connect with my Telegram channel. In the next 15 days, guys, I'll be sharing a lot of predictions for the prelims examination. Guys, let me show you one more question. Let us see one more question. A very interesting elimination technique I'll be sharing, which you can use to solve questions. This is a very difficult question, guys. Personality based question, which is very common in the prelims examination. Personality based question. They have given 3 statements about Saint Francis Xavier. 3 statements about Saint Francis Xavier. I would like everyone to read each of the statements. Okay, let us read. Saint Francis Xavier was one of the founding members of Jesus Order. Next, Saint Francis Xavier died in Goa and a church is dedicated to him there. Statement 3, the feast of Saint Francis Xavier is celebrated in Goa each year. Okay, now you can see this is a very factual, personality oriented question. Okay, and 99% of the aspirant, they might not have read about this personality. Okay, it happens, guys, that UPSC gives such personalities sometimes which is not very common, or it is not covered in our books. This is not covered in NCERT books. Okay, this is not covered in standard books. They have given this question. Now, suppose you are the aspirant and you have to attempt this question. Okay, inside the exam hall, how should you think? That is what is important. How should you think? So guys, whenever you will see personality based questions and they have given 3 statements about a personality, in my analysis of last 25 years of UPSC questions, guys, I'll tell you, never 1, 2, 3 will be correct. So you can just eliminate this. Okay, you can just eliminate that. 9, okay, very rare chance that 1, 2, 3 will be correct. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 will never, all 3 statement will never be correct about the personality. Never will be correct, guys. Never will be correct. All 3 statement will never be correct. Okay, so now if this is not correct, this means what? two statements are correct, because all the options are having two statements other than the last option which we have deleted. Because if they are giving three facts about a personality, it cannot be possible that all three facts are correct. Okay, because I have analyzed how questions are getting framed. So you can eliminate the. Now, out of these three statements, guys, if you minutely look, guys, okay, Saint Francis Xavier was one of the founders. He is not writing the founder, one of the founders. This is what? Some kind of generalized statement. Whenever they will add one of the, okay, or approximate, they will write up to, such kind of words, up to this number, okay, or approx number, they will say like this. Generally those statements are having, okay, chances of getting correct. Okay, those statements are correct. Now you can see this. Francis Xavier died in Goa and a church is dedicated to him there. So whenever and but is used to connect two facts, here you can see they are connecting two facts. One, Saint Francis Xavier died in Goa. Second, a church is there dedicated to him in Goa. Two facts they are adding with and. Sometimes they will add with but. Sometimes they will add with since. Such kind of statement which are compound statement. What a compound statement? Compound statement made of two statements, made of two facts. Okay. Generally these questions are incorrect. Statement 2 will be incorrect. Okay. This one logic, I'll give you 3-4 logics how to solve this question. So one logic, what did I give you? That whenever in the prelims examination you will come across a compound statement or complex statement. What is a compound or complex statement? When they are made using two different facts, they are adding two different sentences. Saint Francis died in Goa, Saint Francis Xavier died in Goa, and a church dedicated to Saint Francis Xavier is in Goa. There are these two are different statements. Now we are adding them with a statement and, with a word and. Okay, keep this in mind. Whenever we are adding two statements, okay, 99% this is incorrect in UPSC. So come across and, but, since, you can eliminate that. Another logic I will give you. See, in this question, guys, in UPSC, any question, history, geography, environment, it is easy to change location. It is easy to change location. Okay, so you can see location means Goa. It is easy to change with any other location. Okay, so you can see here statement 2 has location Goa. Okay, he died in China. Okay, he did not die in Goa. Okay, I'm talking about the fact. Okay, but you may not know the fact. Okay, but here what I'm telling you is that there is a high chance they can change this. They can change this. Okay, or they can change this. Okay, there is a high chance. Okay, and one more thing I would like to tell you is that suppose 1 is correct. Now you can see here 1 is correct. As I told you, one of the is correct. So you can see 1 is correct. So automatically you can see this is also eliminated. This is also eliminated. Now we are left with 1 and 2 and 1 and 3. 1 and 2 and 1 and 3. Now see how to now get the answer between 1 and 2 or 1 and 3. Now read the statement 1 and 2 carefully again. Read the statement 1 and 2. Saint Francis Xavier. Saint Francis Xavier. Okay, starting like Saint Francis Xavier is this. Saint Francis Xavier is this. So whenever two sentences they are framing in a similar pattern, okay, they are giving two different facts about Saint Francis. Saint Francis was born here. Saint Francis died here. So out of this only one statement will be correct. This kind of logic applies in every subject. Geography, environment, polity, okay, particularly in history. Particularly in history, I'm telling you. See, Saint Francis, two qualities of Saint Francis they have given, and the wording is also same. You can see both statements are framed in similar manner. This statement is framed something else. Okay, Feast of Saint Francis. This is what? Feast of Saint Francis. Third, different thing. here, but they're talking about two facts about St. Francis directly. St. Francis was, St. Francis died. So 1 will be only correct. Now, so 1 and 3 automatically becomes the answer. 1 and 3 automatically becomes the answer. Statement 2 is incorrect. So I've given you different logics how to approach such questions. Guys, again I'm telling you, such questions if you solve, you are already in the top 1%, because I'm telling you 99% of the aspirant will not be able to solve such questions with knowledge. It is impossible to solve with knowledge, because nobody has this kind of in-depth knowledge about such topics. I'm telling you honestly, no one has such kind of in-depth knowledge to solve such questions inside the exam. You can only solve such questions using elimination logic. I'm telling you, this question, it is impossible that you exactly know and then you are exactly answering. You can't. I'm telling you. That's why I tell you have to learn such techniques. Okay, guys? If you want to learn all this, guys, this is my Telegram channel. Do join my Telegram channel and do call me. This is my number. Now I'm going to give you one thing. How to use the next 14-15 days. Around 2 weeks are remaining. How to use it. Guys, use the next 15 days by attempting my most predicted important questions for the prelims examination. This is really going to transform your preparation in the next 2 weeks. And how to attempt these questions? I have made a timetable. You can see this timetable. Please take a screenshot of the timetable. Every day you can see I have made a plan. Every day 9:30 in the morning you have to take a test. Which test to take? What subject? Full length test? Sectional test? So I have given you 7 full length tests and 8 sectional tests. One sectional test for economy, it has 100 economy important questions. One test of polity, 100 important polity questions. One test of geography, 100 important geography questions. One test of environment, 100 important environment questions. And we have 7 FLTs, FLT1, FLT2, FLT3, FLT4, FLT5, FLT6, FLT7. Similar pattern as it comes in UPSC. Exactly. Questions on sports, questions on awards, questions on military exercises, 3 pair questions, boxes questions, reason assertion questions. Guys, please do attempt this and revise this. This is really going to be very useful for you. Subject revision. So divide your day into 2 parts. One part take test. Second part you can revise the subjects. What topic to revise in this? That also I am giving in my batch. Exact topic I am giving you. Use this and revise very important and predicted topics which are about to come in the prelims examination. Why I am so confident that these topics are going to come? Because of my experience, guys. I have the unique experience of cracking 6 out of 6 prelims. I have studied the pattern and I am able to predict many of the questions every year. And this year also, guys, many of the topics which I am predicting will definitely come in the prelims examination. With this, I would like to appeal everyone 2026 aspirant. Do share this video with your friends. Like this and subscribe to this YouTube channel. A lot of you are watching it, but you are not subscribing it because the data says that a lot of people are watching, but they're not subscribing. Do subscribe so that in the next 14-15 days, I will come out with more predictions, more such techniques, and you will be notified. You will not miss them, because one technique, one prediction can change your fate on the exam day. Thank you. God bless you.